Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Cirque Colors latest release. It's called Aura, and it's a metallic nail polish collection. It's got 6 pieces. It's got this velvet effect, okay? It is so cool. Now before we get started, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more videos. And if you find this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. All right, so back to the collection. To complete this look, you'll need a magnetic polish and the magnet wand to activate this effect. So the magnetic wand is actually dual-ended, and on one end it has a broad wide magnet and on the other is a small circular magnet. And each one can be used to create the design. One thing to note here is that the magnet wand is actually sold separately from the polish, and it's available on the Cirque Colors website for about $5 US. So here is the magnet in action on the bottle. Already you can see those magnetic pigments really getting picked up by the magnetic wand, and it looks super cool in the bottle and even cooler on the nails. Now, depending on how long you use the magnet to your nail, you can get either that velvety look or you can get like a jeweled look, and it looks so cool either way. So far this year, we've seen some really amazing collections come out from brands both on the indie and mainstream side, and I'm just really excited to see what else we have next. This one is definitely a top contender of my favorite collections this year. It just brings us something new and different, and I just love the color palette as well. Is very perfect for spring, and it also transitions well into summer. This is one of those polishes that you would want to take out when you have a little bit of me time, a little bit of self-care, and these polishes look really great on their own as well. You don't even have to use the magnet, and best of all, the formula looks absolutely stunning even without a top coat. Of course, you'd want to wear a top coat for longer wear, but it does give gorgeous shine just on its own. So without further ado, let's get swatching. Each polish has a silver metallic pigment, and first up we have Bay, which here it stands for Big Aura Energy. It's a beautiful light pink blush polish. So here's the first coat, and how the velvet effect works is that you apply a coat of the magnetic nail polish and then hover the magnet wand over the nail. Now this part is really important. The nail polish must still be wet and newly applied to actually activate the magnetic pigment particles. So once you're happy with the position of the particles, you'll need to set the design by holding the magnet in place for about 30 to 60 seconds until the polish dries. So you'll repeat this process for about 3 coats, and you can create either a velvet look or a shiny jewel look. So the longer you hold the magnet, the sharper the design, resulting in that shiny jewel effect. For this one, I'm going to go for that soft velvet look, and for this effect, I'm going to shift the shimmer around with the magnet a few times to create kind of like a softened look, and I'll hold the magnet in the position for about 30 seconds or less. So I'll repeat this for each coat of polish. Now again, if you want to get those sharper lines with the polish, you would hold the magnet for up to about a minute on each coat. So here's the final result. I'm absolutely in love with this shade and this finished look. It's giving us more of that velvet look. It's giving more of a diffused or soft shimmer to the polish. Next is Good Vibes Only, and this is a mint green magnetic polish. So on that first coat, again, we're going to apply our first layer, and then we're going to take the magnet wand and move around those magnetic pigments. As you can see, the shimmers are either moving closer or they move deeper into the polish to create that darkened look. So I'm going in again on that second and third coat, repeating the magnetic wand. It really does create a cool effect. Now, this is definitely a design that you're going to need some time to just sit down and take your time with. By the way, you don't have to use the magnet on each layer like I'm doing here to get the effect. You can apply your first 2 coats, and then on the last layer, you can use the magnet to create your velvet look or the jewel look and still get a really cool effect. I find that applying the effect to all 3 coats creates some depth, and it creates a really cool, unique look as well. So in between each use of the magnet, I'm just speeding up the video a little bit just for the sake of time. But yes, you will need to hold it for up to 30 seconds or to a minute, depending on your desired look, and making sure that that nail polish is completely dry so that it can actually set your desired design. I love the addition of this pastel or dusty green look. It's such a perfect shade of green. It's amazing for spring. It really is a great addition to the collection, and it does give us that traditional green velvet that we might have seen before. It does create an elevated look when you apply your jewelry, like your rings, and it just looks absolutely stunning. I find that gold really goes well with each of these polish, but silver works as well. Next we have Halo, and this is a taupe brown magnetic polish. I love this one because it gives me like this neutral or like a nude look to the nail. So here I'm putting on that first coat, moving around those magnetic pigments around, and it looks really, really cool. You can see the peekaboo of the shimmers going in and out of the polish. And then I'm repeating the same process on the second coat, trying to mimic the same position of how I had it before, or even just creating a new look. Now for this polish, the thicker the coat, the better, because you're going to get more movement of those magnetic shimmers. And here I'm going to go in with the round side of the magnet wand just to create a different look. And I actually really like this one. I feel like it concentrates the shimmers a little bit better. You get more of a fine-tuned look for that shimmer movement. It almost looks like this mini taupe galaxy. It looks really pretty. So I'm happy with this design, so I'm just going to hold the magnet in place. Because I do want more of that sharpened look, I'm going to hold it there for about a minute. Here's the final look. This is probably my favorite one. I just love how this color looks on me. And I've created more of like this hybrid velvet look mixed with the jewel. It really looks like the light is constantly shining on my nails. It's so pretty in person. I absolutely love this one as well. Here it is again under direct lighting. You really see those shimmers peeking through. You really see the glisten in the gloss of this polish. It is very glossy on its own. Next up is Clairvoyant, and this is a lavender purple magnetic polish. This is another really gorgeous color addition to the collection. Here I'm going in again with the first coat. I'm going to use the wider side of the wand. For this one I really want that crushed velvet look, so I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping the shimmers a little bit more diffused, a little bit more of a softened look with this one on each coat. So on the second coat again, I'm giving a generous amount of polish so that I can move the shimmers around as I would like. And then I'm gonna take my wand and just move it around the polish, concentrate a little bit longer on some areas, and then move these shimmers around a little bit more freely in other areas as well. And then on that last coat, we have more of the shimmers concentrated in the center of the nail, and then the edges are a little bit more darkened. So that's the final look. I love how pretty that is. It's another galaxy look to me, looking like the Milky Way. It looks really pretty. I love how the different layers create kind of this raised look, this look of a lot of depth. And the shimmers coming in and out, as well as when the light hits it, just looks really beautiful. Next we have Oracle, and this is a deep purple. It can also look a little bit navy blue depending on the lighting. For this polish, I really wanted to go for that jewel look. So I know right away that I'm going to be applying the magnet for a lot longer just to hold in that crisper or sharper design. So here we go on the first coat. The shimmers are concentrated more in the center of the nail. And then on the second coat, I'm going to give more of a generous amount of polish there so we can definitely move around those shimmers a little bit more and concentrate them into the center on the final look. So there you go, this is how sharp we can get those shimmers to go. So again, to set that look, you're gonna want to hold the magnet there for quite some time, up to about a minute, so the nail polish can dry and set that design. So there we are on that last coat, and it looks absolutely stunning and it looks very, very cool. Here is the final look. It looks very glittery. It looks like a little shimmer of stars in the nails. Looks very, very cool. I'm actually really loving this one. I love how deep that purple is, and it does give almost that navy blue tone to it as well. It's very cool toned, and it just looks really pretty and stands out very nicely. This is a sky blue, beautiful magnetic polish. For this one, I'm gonna go in for more of a velvet look again. So on that first coat, apply a generous amount of polish so you can move around those shimmers a little more freely. And then on that second coat, I'm gonna concentrate a little bit more of that shimmer in the center of the nail to create a little bit more depth once we apply that final layer. And then on this last look, I'm gonna move around the wand a bit more, concentrating it somewhat in the middle, and then moving around those shimmers to the edges as well to create that crushed velvet look. And this is the final effect. I just love how glistening, is that even a word? I love how glistening the shimmers are in this final coat. It looks absolutely stunning. This is the final look here, and then I wanted to show you again how it looks under direct lighting. It just has this 3D jeweled effect. It's got that crushed velvet look to it. It looks really, really beautiful. Another awesome collection from Cirque Colors. So there were a ton of colors to choose from, and my favorite definitely has to be the Good Vibes Only, and it was that green polish, and I feel like it really gave us that velvet look. It just really stood out to me. I loved how it looked on, and when I had it on, I didn't even want to take it off. Like, I just love that one. It was so beautiful to me. Now the most interesting would have to be Oracle, and that was that deep purple color. It's a beautiful dark purple, and it just looks absolutely luscious. I just thought it had a lot of depth. It's another polish that really stood out to me. Each polish I was absolutely in love with, and it really honestly does give a velvety look. Don't forget to let me know your favorite shade in the comment section below. And for links to this collection, please check out the description box as well. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.